All right, all right. I think everyone's in here. All right, so yep, record. Thank you,
All
E.
right,
I
all right. I
appreciate that.
think everyone's in here.
Oh, that's me being country on the YouTube bitch. Let me back up a little bit. I feel like y'all be all in my face. Let me back up a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, got a few more letting in right now. Y'all give it just a moment. And while that's going down, y'all go ahead, turn these cameras on for me, please. So, and I'm gonna make this a part of the challenge too. So, because we have this money back guarantee. So something that my mentor does, and I didn't realize this. So I'm gonna make this from here on out. With the money back guarantee, you have to turn on your cameras because I have to see you. I have to see you. I have to be able to communicate with you. Yes, E with the mice. Yep. I need to be able to see you because the other thing is I need to know that you're here every day, that I see you. Like Alyssa, I know has been here every day. I've seen her face. I know that she's worked out at work and she's still turning up and turning out in this program every single day. So I could say, hey, listen, if ain't math and how it's supposed to math, then I got you because I know that you were here, you were present, you were doing the thing, you were doing the work, you put it in. And if you could not perform off of what I was able to give the value to, if my value wasn't that worth that 297, then hey, here it is. Here it is right back. Okay. So I'm giving y'all these 30 days too to make sure that you follow through, do what you need to do, but you're doing all the work right now. The 30 days is for you to continue to do the work, make a system out of it, make a pattern out of it. Okay. So that's what I want to see. I want to see that. I want to be a part of that. I want to see what you're doing so that I can help you develop some of some of the things that we're starting are just the tip of the iceberg. Okay. So I want to make sure that we're at least doing that part so that we can get into the deeper level things as we go. All right.
Shannon, my camera is giving me an error. This Cynthia.
Oh,
It's
what is it
saying
saying, love?
fail to start video camera. Please select another video camera in settings, but it's not giving me another option in settings.
Usually that has something to do, like if you have another program that's like using the camera, for instance, you have Zoom going on plus another one like Google Meets or something. If you can't get it to work, I understand. But you ain't gonna be able to ask for your money back. But I ain't worried about that anyway. I'm not worried about that at all. I'm just saying that I need to make that a part of it because sometimes it'll be like situations where people aren't showing up, they aren't doing the work, but then they expect something to be given to them. And I have to say this, I really have to give you all your props because you're not the hand me something tribe. I promise you that. Even though I'm walking you through these steps right now, and normally like that, that's what the Wednesday classes are for. Like if you want to walk through the steps, I'm walking you through these steps. It's not necessary, but you all are still showing up, performing, and doing all of the work that you're supposed to do, not just picking and choosing what you want to do, not just listening to what's easy for you to do. Like y'all are really showing up. And I have to say that we have a superb group of people that basically like we hit. We are really like a great tribe of folks that have an understanding of what we need to commit to get to the level that we need to get to, and we don't make excuses. And we like sometimes we need to sit down somewhere and use some of those excuses, but we really are a great group. And I just want to acknowledge you all for that, for showing up for yourselves, showing up for your families, showing up for the legacy that you are building. And I want you all to give yourselves a round of applause, give yourselves some flowers, because baby, y'all been showing up. And I know we've been having some extended times. Here you go. Here's your roses. Catch your roses, because I'm telling you, you all have been phenomenal. I'm so impressed. I'm so excited that we're on day 4 right now. We're on day 4 out of 5. And I wanted to do our check-in. We're going to check in right now. Okay. The check-in is, in one word, I feel. Give me that blank. You don't even have to tell me if you did your exercise today. I'm going to trust that you did it. And if you didn't do it, I'm going to trust that you know by now that it is something that doesn't take much time and can literally change and shift how you come into a situation that might seem difficult, but it's really not. I promise y'all, this is easy. And I'm going to answer 3 things for y'all. It's easy, it works, and you can do it. Okay. That's it. That means that there's no other question for tonight. Like, it's easy, it works, and you can do it. All right, I'm letting Margaret in right now. All right, so let me see what these words look like today. Let me see what we're looking like today. All right, amazing, ready, tipsy. All right, as long as, look, tipsy, get it done. Let's get it. Still excited. All right, Denise, booked. Hey, that's what I love to see, booked and busy. Motivated, accomplished. Yes. Alyssa, yes, accomplished. I'm loving that. Motivated. Yes, Davina. Johnetta, positive from this day forward. From this day forward. Amen, Johnetta. Let's go. Linda, inspired. Yes. Lasagna, motivated. Sharon, victorious. Rashid says, ready. Tracy, determined. Accomplished. All right, Kazina. Encouraged. Excited, determined, never give up. That's what I'm talking about, Adriana. Yep. Latrice, determined. Kendra, excellent. Now what is this? I don't know why I can't see the entire name. This is bothering me because I'm gonna make a name up right now. Pam, I see you. Accomplished. That's my cousin right there. We got almost the same last name. Ashley, yes, is blessed. I love that. I love it. Darlene says ready. Michelle says here. All right. Willette, yes, you're going to learn more tonight. Absolutely. Samela is ready. Yes. Okay, prepare. And Margaret's nervous. Don't be nervous, Margaret. We got you. Tanya says thankful. Amen. Amen. Listen, either I'm going to draw 1 or 2 conclusions, and I'm going to join the latter conclusion. Either y'all figured out when you have something negative to say, we spend more time working on our mindset, or you all are like really truly doing the exercises, you're doing the work, you're in a positive space, you understand what you're doing, and you are really reporting much more positive feelings about what you're doing. Listen, now if it's the first one, y'all just want me to shut up, that ain't gonna happen anyway. So I'm gonna make sure that we always in these kind of coaching sessions in general, we're going to make sure that we are addressing mindset, because I promise you that's at least 80% of what's going to shift your current situation to your best situation. Okay. Like I can't even begin to explain it. I could just demonstrate it. That's it. Okay. So we're in good spirits. I want to start off. Let's see, I would love for us to start off, since we're in such positive vibes. Somebody said positive vibes only. Is there anyone in the chat right now, any of my peoples in the chat right now who want to share any successes, wins, what's going on with you, something positive that you can just spread this energy and help us to get off on a great start today? And all you have to do is just say me in the chat, and then I'll call on you. You can have the floor. Anita says, I've been making my friends and family sick being so positive. Amen. I love it. That's how you make them sick, with positivity. All right. I love that. I love it. All right, anybody want to share before we get going today? All right. So I'm going to ask a couple of, if I have them in the room, let's see. A couple of my inner circle members. Can you please identify yourself, and just, you can put a circle, you can put the IC, let them know your inner circle. So we're going to go ahead and we've been working quietly, but I want to go ahead and announce some of the inner circle members and let them know, let the group know what the inner circle has been up to. Let me see if I see some names here. Okay, Coach Chrissy, yep, Coach Corey, Coach Toya, Coach Davida, come on now. All right, all right. So let's see. I think we have a couple more in here too. I want Inner Circle right now. Coach Q with So Pro Academy. Okay. And E as well. Okay, so what I would like to do right now, I want to go ahead and have at least one of you come on right now. Do y'all have y'all's cameras on, Coach Corey? I see your cameras off. Turn them cameras on. I don't care if we look crazy. I did something. I tried to take my hair out of this bun today, and it just looked like this, like something been sitting on the top of my head all day. It was my bun. It was. I tried to look like something for y'all. I tried to be somebody for y'all. All right. So Chrissy, Q. Let me call out a couple. Let's get Chrissy and Q. Y'all go ahead and unmute your mics for me. And I think we might have to do one at a time so we don't get like the echoes and stuff. So, hey, Coach Q, do me a favor, unmute your mic for me if you're available. And I'm going to see if I can do a speaker. I don't know how I can lock it. Let me see. Y'all know I love technology, but this kind of stuff is, it's beyond my pay grade. I'm trying to make it work. Nope, I'm making it work. I'm going to try out of the vocabulary. All right. So Q, is your mic unmuted? Because I can't tell. I still see. Got my gallery.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you now. What you over there doing?
Still trying to work because I didn't finish some of my stuff for the office today.
Okay. So we got some serious stuff going on right now when I see you talking about work. Listen, our biggest investor, our greatest investor is just being a little needy right now, right?
Yeah, a little needy.
A little needy. They just need a little work done, every now and then. But I just wanted to let folks know what we're doing, what we're working on, what you have upcoming, and Coach Chrissy too. Get you to share a little bit. So Q, what do you have upcoming? What's going on? What you been up to?
Got a few upcoming sewing classes. We're definitely going to have 2 virtual classes for the luggage cover and the leggings, the cut and sew leggings coming up. I also want to try it. I'm getting a lot of requests for an in-person class as well. So I got to figure out whether I'm going to do that there in Jacksonville, Shanon, or something here. Might be both, but that probably wouldn't be until August timeframe.
Right. So give people time to plan. Who would want to come to a sublimation cut and sew workshop, either in Jacksonville or South Carolina? Say which location might be more. Would it be South Carolina where they're going to do it? In Charleston?
Yeah, if I was going to do it here, it would be in Charleston.
Okay, so it'll be Jacksonville, Florida, or Charleston, South Carolina. Let's see. Okay. Some people say either. I see some. Okay, it looks like either way it goes, you got some people that want to see about you. Yes. Okay.
Katrina said Chicago.
See how y'all do. But I think that's going to be a phenomenal opportunity. I think it's everyone's ready, and with everything that's been going on with supply chain, us understanding how to really take control of that and be able to make some of our own products. Not saying necessarily we'll be making all of our own blank shirts, but we see what's going on, and we need to be able to be problem solvers before the problem becomes the biggest part of the bottleneck in our systems. So I think cut and sew is not only a fun thing, but it is a necessary thing for the way industry is going. So I'm ready for this. I'm actually ready to go ahead and make this luggage cover because I have a little trip and I want to be able to show out with my big rolly bag. My little rolly bag is set, but my big rolly bag is waiting on an outfit. So I think that's going to be excellent. And my leggings, I cut out my leggings and I never assembled them. So I need you. What's up, love?
We have some spammy action going on in the chat in YouTube.
Oh, yeah. We're targets now,
Yeah.
If you could you jump on that, please? Just, they're just coming for the success. They wouldn't be here if we weren't doing something right. You'll have some bots,
Right.
so we'll go ahead and take care of that. Thank you. I appreciate that, Chrissy. And Chrissy, would you do me a favor? Tell me what's going on your end. What do you have going on? What you got going on?
I have some upcoming classes. Of course, we have the Party Favor Automizer class that'll be coming up. Also, and with the Party Favor Automizer course, we will be adding a product, one of the popular products out right now, which is the money card holder.
Mm-hmm.
So we will be adding that to the Automizer and also demo actual putting those money card holders together. We'll share resources during that class of where you can get those the money card holders, either making those via Cricut or Silhouette, or actually purchasing the ones that you can do for sublimation.
Cool.
So we'll have a couple of resources during that class for you. And also I will be doing a like marketing kit to kind of walk you all through my processes that I use in marketing to the schools, local athletic organizations, doing some in-person classes at the YMCA and the public library. So I'll be walking y'all through a process with the introduction letter to those organizations, the marketing materials that I send in advance to make those contacts. And we'll have kind of like a plug and play thing that's ready for you to use. Just insert your name, your business name, and the products that you want to offer. So the money card holder class, the Party Favor Automizer class right now is scheduled for July 16th. And the marketing kit class is scheduled for July 30th. And also, I will be starting a segment on the Innate Lab YouTubeage, Innate TV.
Yeah. Woo-woo!
Called Crafting with Chrissy. And I'm going to just start doing some paper crafting, some of the popular trends that are out. A lot of y'all don't know, but when I started my business, I originally started off with paper crafting and making, handmade mini albums. And I'm talking about mini albums that I sold at like $150 to $200 a piece. And I want to share those talents, those skills with you all, and just start doing some crafting segments for all of you who may enjoy the paper crafting side, and also show you how to incorporate some of the templates that are offered in the academy and on the lab website into your paper crafting.
I love it. I'm ready for all. I'm sure everybody's ready for all of this. So this is some good stuff on the calendar. I know we also have some other classes that are coming up as well. So we want to get everybody excited about what is to come. But Coach Christy, do you mind sharing for us, for those who didn't get a chance to get that snippet of something that we celebrated earlier this week? Do you mind sharing with us one of your more recent wins?
So we celebrated that my mentor here, Miss Shanon Wooden, had we set some goals for the year for me, and I think maybe within the first month, my goal we set for my year for revenue would be 100K for the year. And about a month into that goal, my Shannon was like, "Oh, you know what? We're gonna double this because I'm sure y'all know that she's been going through some mentorship herself." And so she said, "We're gonna double this," and I was like, "Yeah, okay, let's do that." Okay, but never in my mind thinking, that it was that I'd actually do it. So the win that I want to share is that I actually ended up from January 1st to the first week of June, I did 100K in revenue.
Listen, woo, woo, yes, let's clap it up. That is amazing. And Chrissy, despite what challenge did you face this
So
in the middle of graduation season?
yeah, in the middle of graduation season, my Etsy store, which was my primary place where I generate the majority of my income from last year, my Etsy store got put on vacation mode by Etsy for over a month. So I had none of my Etsy sales for over a month during that period of time. So that was all organic traffic generated to my different websites. I have 2 e-commerce websites, my Etsy store, and a lot of it was really Etsy people that just were messaging me like, "When is your store going to be back open?" I was like, "Oh, I'm taking orders." So I was taking orders and invoicing them and having to do a lot of manual invoicing and order taking and sending them to but what ended up happening is that all that Etsy traffic that were hitting me up in my inbox, I actually got to drive all of that traffic to my website, which was a win for me, and it increased traffic overall to my website. So and then between Facebook, Instagram, and my 2 websites, I was able to do, and then the word of mouth, of course, in my area, I was able to do the 100K in revenue with my Etsy store being down for over a month. So
it's only up from here, right? Like it's only up from here. And like with you like helping to create another platform where you will be demonstrating and reaching people, like that's another stream of income that I want people to get real serious about, especially in this market. Like if you can have, and this is your physical products, Chrissy, you're going to easily do 200K this year. You're going to easily do it because you're also doing the digital work now. She's doing the digital work. She's teaching. She's having digital files, walkthrough courses, recorded courses. All of that is a part of what she's doing in the inner circle as well. And I can I can almost guarantee, I can't guarantee, but I can about 99% guarantee that you're going to hit your 200K. And from there, it's over. It's over. Like it's no question. 6 figures will never be a possibility anymore. It will be the floor. It won't be the ceiling. It won't be the goal. It'll be the floor. Okay, like yeah, so 6 figures, I'm here. What's next?
Yeah.
7 figures.
So Linda asked in the chat, why did Etsy put my store on hold? So what happened was I had a lot of people in early March and April that went in and placed orders on my Etsy store, but they were doing it in, like the people trying to be early, but they didn't have like the graduation pictures yet. So those orders were just sitting there because basically they ordered and then was like, I'm going to be sending pictures, but I'm not taking pictures till like next month. So I'll send the pictures when I get my pictures, but I wanted to get my order in now. So when those orders were sitting there, Etsy's AI deduced that I was not providing excellent customer service by getting out my orders timely to my customers. And so they shut my shop down, and basically at the time that they shut my store down, I had close to 250 something orders pending in my Etsy store, which you know, and like my thing was I went back and forth with like this, computer automated,
Yeah.
answers where I'm like, who determines whether I'm providing excellent customer service, me or my customers? You are my customers, because if you look at my reviews and you look at, I don't have any open cases, I don't have any complaints, and I have like outstanding reviews. So, who determines that? And basically, I was getting these generic answers, which meant it wasn't really a person, and there's really not anybody you can, really talk to. I just kept getting the same kind of answer over and over again. And I finally just was like, you know what? Forget it. And basically, once what their recommendation for me to do was to refund all the orders, to cancel all the orders, and tell them to reorder when they were ready to actually go through with the order. And I was like, yeah, ain't nobody doing that.
Exactly. But you know what, Chrissy, these type of adversities that we face have us find solutions. So that's why I say, like, even if we can maintain a cool, calm mind, right? We can actually turn that negative into a positive. And you were able to direct people to the website that you already had in place. So that probably increased your traffic naturally to your website now, instead of going necessarily through Etsy. So we have to understand, when it comes time to work, we just got to work, and it doesn't work unless we work. So that is a lot of what we're doing today. We're going to do marketing today. And part of marketing is to make sure that you're out there in front of the audience that already wants what you have. So that was amazing. The fact that people even contacted you, knew that your store was on vacation mode and was still waiting around for you, that means you had excellent marketing there, Chrissy. And I think those are things that that we may discount, that we do really well. And we give people experiences that they don't want to deal with anybody else. They only want to work with you, right?
Right.
So awesome. Thank you for sharing that with us, Coach Chrissy. And I'm probably going to have you help me lead a little bit today as we're going through the marketing side, if that's okay. If you're here,
Okay.
if not, then I got it. But we're going to do our own ad today. We're going to do a little mock-up with a little ad, and then we're going to do a little research. And I would love I know you have your class coming up on this, but I would love for your input on our marketing side of things today. Is that okay?
That's fine. I just put in the chat my Etsy store and my 2 e-commerce websites. One is a Shopify site, the Graduation Collection. That is the website that I use for my in-person sales when I go to actually, because when I'm doing graduation, I don't want my customers that are doing for graduation to have to search through my whole, my website with all the different products. So I have one site that's dedicated to just graduation, and that's the graduationcollection.com. And then my general parent company, Southern Girl Creations, that website. So I put all that in the chat. Somebody asked to see examples of my products.
Awesome. Well, no, this is great inspiration. This is what we need to see. We need to see examples of what it is that can be accomplished, so that we don't feel like it's pie in the sky or it's impossible. It is literally right here in front of our face. And Coach Chrissy, can you tell people how much experience you had with Photoshop prior to your innate academy experience? And Coach Chrissy is like called upon by name.
No experience in Photoshop. It took me, I was getting ready to take a Photoshop course in another group. And it was the last day to register for this particular class. And it just had been something that was kind of, it just was something not sitting right with me about it. And just really wondering, how am I, like, just me on my own opening Photoshop, it looked like all these buttons. And I'm like, how am I going to learn this in one 8-hour course? Like, I just don't understand how I'm going to pay money and walk away knowing how to use this program after 8 hours. Like, I just don't see it. And so I was watching one of their YouTube videos, and then I got I got this
As a
was
suggestion.
a recommendation.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Uh-huh.
It was and Shannon was live, and I switched over and I was watching her, and I was like, she started talking about the academy, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is what I need. And and from there, I started learning. I joined the academy, and it's been up and up since then. I left, well, I didn't actually voluntarily leave. On my own, I was like, I think I'm gonna start and go ahead and leave my full-time job, but I was really scared to do that. I was really scared to take that leap, even though my business was doing really well. I was making every week more with my business than I was making in a whole month on my full-time job. And but I was still scared, to make the leap. So I ended up walking into an office I got called into in October, and they said they were letting me go. And I had kept saying, I'm going to take a leave of absence in February. That's what I kept saying, was that I'm going to take a leave of absence in February, see how my business goes. And then I think I'll be, strong enough to make the decision to actually leave the full-time job. But they called me in my office in October, and they gave me a severance package that paid me through February. So I was
You got what you were thinking about. The mind is powerful. Yes. And on basically extended to the date that you were thinking about anyhow.
Yep. And it has been on and popping ever since.
Yes. And thankfully so, because I need this as much as I would love to think that, when one person has success, you just think you can, replicate and duplicate that because of your personal success. My success has never really been my personal success. My success has been, how can I help others transform? How can I take a person who may not have any confidence in Photoshop at all and make them feel like they have 20 years experience in what they present to their customers? If I can give them a little piece of confidence or help them obtain a little bit of confidence, then that's going to cause them to have this ripple effect and conquer anything that they touch. And it's really, it's your mental commitment. But sometimes it just starts with something that we thought was so tough and so hard, and for someone to break it down for us and make it easy. If that little connection is made and you put in the work, because I'm not going to sit here and act like I am the cause of Coach Chrissy's success. That is absolutely not the point. I could be a catalyst, I could be a factor, I could be a seed, but really and truly, it's the work that you put in. It's the mindset that you've grown to not only accept, but this is the only way that you want to think and breathe and live right now. And that's what's causing this momentum on the right trajectory. And we all know that by now, like, I hope you all don't think this is I'm going to say this right now, a scheme of sorts where people feel like, you're pushing sales or that sort of thing. And you're trying to show people how to get rich quick. And like, I don't understand. Would you rather get rich slow? Would you, Coach Chrissy, like there is no value of money as much as there is a value of time. No. All of us here can say we made 6 figures. We all have made 6 figures. If you add up the amount of time we've been working our whole lives, right? But 6 figures in 6 months is something a little different, right?
Yeah, very much so.
A different type of feeling.
And Shannon's just very humble, you guys. She has been very instrumental in this come up. So, through her mentorship, been amazing, and the knowledge and the wisdom that she shares, with the fact she's gone through so much building her community, building her business, to be able to learn from someone who's done what she's done and been able to accomplish the things that she's accomplished, so that I don't have to go through some of the growing pains and the lessons learned. Like, she's already learned those lessons, and now I don't have to go through that. That's invaluable. That's, is very invaluable. So in these challenges, y'all really listen, take in what she's saying, because she's been there, done that, and she ain't gonna lead you wrong.
Yeah, and my goal is to like this right here. This is my measure of success. My measure of success is, do we have testimonials? Do we have people who are living, breathing examples of the proof in the pudding? Do we have an actual exemplary idea of what it is that we can all achieve? And my goal is actually not only to help you get to the goal faster, because I do have tools in my belt that I didn't have when I started, but I like I'm rooting for you all. I'm seeing you all even surpass things that I've done, because I know that with the right information, you implementing it and having the resources, you can absolutely do that. And I am not hating on that, not one bit. As a matter of fact, I would love to be the first to really say that we have a millionaire in this space out of this group. I'm absolutely ready for that. Yes. And this is, speaking of which, I want to thank you, Coach Chrissy. I'm gonna do a little whiteboard exercise right now. I know y'all ready to get to the template and whatnot. Speaking of which, if you've downloaded your template for this evening, go ahead and give me a 1. If you did not download your template, it's a mock-up template. Give me a 2. And that's what you could be downloading right now while I'm talking. Okay. All right, so I want to make sure that everybody has that before we get started today. Perfect. Look, y'all are on point. Y'all are on point. All right, awesome.
I did that because Erica came, made sure they had everything done when you came in here.
Perfect. You know what? That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Listen, this is a prime example of how teamwork makes the dream work. I don't think this group would be to the scale that it is without Erica. So if you don't have if you have your group and you're growing this type of community, make sure you have your Erica Kane. Okay. Erica is instrumental in the nurturing of the group, the making sure that everyone has what they need on point, making sure I'm on point. This is a system. This is literally a family, a network, a tribe. And I want us to treat it as such. That way we don't have to worry about, anybody else being jealous. We don't have to worry about anybody else taking what's ours. We don't have that type of energy here, because we know we command whatever it is that's ours. That's it. And anything that is already deemed to us, we don't have to worry about anybody taking away, because we're literally here on the path to help one another. And just as I said before, and I wasn't telling not one lie, like, I celebrate y'all's success greater than I even celebrate. Most of the time, my success is like a surprise. Like, I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. I said, like I just said earlier this year, I'm gonna do $1 million this year. It was like, the only reason why I said that is because I got a mentor, and I was like, who? My little antennas went up, and I'd seen people make $100,000 in a day. I've seen people have a $1 million day and get awards for a $1 million day. So then my little antenna started going up. Well, shoot, I could do something close to that. So I said, okay, well, I'm gonna be humble. I want $1 million a year, and that will be the biggest accomplishment yet. So let me say that. And then I told myself, well, I didn't tell myself, my mentor told me to double that. Just like I told Chrissy, yeah, double that. Because here's the thing, if you at least aim for the stars, and you miss, you might land on the moon. Like, we've heard that before. That is very, very much true. So I aim for $2 million now. Y'all, I am on track for $1 million this year. Like, listen, this is not something that I'm making up. It's not something that I expected to really see. Sometimes we sometimes we almost have to imagine and believe the fairy tale, like really engulf ourselves in there to understand that it's possible. But when I was able to see other people do it, it gave me an understanding that it's not made up, it's not fake. People really do this. They help people. And when they help people and you come from a place of service, that I can come from a place of service, really have the heart to help people. And I don't have to be poor or broke. I don't have to be a poor, broke artist. I can actually help people and really help the world while at the same time earning 6 figures and now 7. Man, you can't tell me nothing that I can't have right now, because I know that it's the power of the belief, it's the power of the mind, but it's also the power of the commitment that you have. And where your passion and your purpose go, the profit will follow. And we're just on the right path, on the right trajectory. And this is just adding the momentum. Okay, so I want to let y'all know y'all are on the right path. You're on the right trajectory. This passion, this purpose is going to fuel the profit, but you must remain persistent. Okay, we've got to remain persistent, and we've got to do all of these things in a positive light and energy. I'm using a lot of P words right now, and I'm putting a little emphasis on them, but it's for a reason. We have to remain positive to make sure that we're staying in the place so that we can continue this energy, so that we can continue to build, so that we have our prosperity. That all of those P's. And here's the major P. That major P is peace. Yeah, I tell y'all all the time, I'll pay for peace. When I tell you that the sense of anxiety that I don't have anymore, when I don't have to beg somebody to take time off to take care of my niece and nephew. I don't have to ask someone for permission to sleep in the morning where I'm tired because I stayed up till 5 a.m. It's literally the thing that we all really crave and think is freedom is really peace. And I can choose to work hard that day, or I can choose to chill for a day. Now, get this, when you're doing what you love to do, it doesn't feel like work. It is work. It is energy, but it doesn't feel the same. I can do 80 hours a week for myself versus 40 hours a week for anybody else. Let me give y'all a hint. I've never worked 40 hours a week for anybody. So don't let me tell y'all that lie. I've never had a full-time job. Never. I was a full-time student for a long time. Did finally obtain my PhD. I did some internships. I worked with some great companies as an intern, like Lockheed Martin. I was a student professor, so I would teach the undergraduate students while I was in my graduate program. I love that. I love teaching. I wanted to be a professor, but there was just something that resonated differently. And especially when all of the chaos ensued, all I wanted to do was be there for my family. All I ever wanted to do was just be there for my family and my community. I've always been a person about community. I've always given up whatever resources that I've had, whatever was on my back belonged to the world. And I still feel like that to this day. I asked God when I was a little girl, I said, please make me wealthy so that I can share this wealth with the world. And I didn't know if wealth was going to be money. I thought it was going to be knowledge. And here we are. It's knowledge, but that knowledge has the ability to infinitely make wealth. Make financial wealth. And I want to make sure that we're all on that path and we're all on that understanding, because this is not just about Photoshop. This is about our lives and our livelihoods. So I want to make sure that this is our primary focus. So Photoshop is one of those P's, but Photoshop is that P all the way at the end of the list, right? Because Photoshop is a tool. Photoshop is a tool. It's not the goal. So I want to make sure that this is what I'm highlighting. This is what I'm showing you so that we understand that this is really the goal, to have your peace. And of course, you need that profit in order to be able to exit your 9-to-5s or to do this full time, or just to optimize what you're doing. Some of you are already full-time entrepreneurs. We just need to optimize that process so that we do have an opportunity for our peace and we have our longevity and prosperity. Okay. So anyways, I think I'm done preaching, but I'm going to do a little activity. I might not be done preaching, because when we do this activity, I don't know what's going to come out. I'm going to do my whiteboard, y'all. I'm going to do my whiteboard. I kind of like this whole whiteboard thing. All right. So let's get into a concept before we get into the Photoshop edge. Let me get my little pen here. Okay. So I'm going to ask a question here in the chat. I want to see how y'all feel about it. I would love for you to tell me, to let me in on what you feel or what you believe. Let's go with what you believe, because I told you belief is a conviction. So I'm really interested in that. What you believe your greatest expense is. What is your greatest expense? And some of you did this activity before, so don't spoil it for the others. If you've heard this question before, you've seen me demonstrate this before. Let's give folks a little chance to participate here. Oh, thank you, Pam. I'm glad you said somebody was waiting to get in. You know if I didn't hear them. So yep, thank you, love. I appreciate that. Okay, so we have some answers here. We have time, mortgage, gas. Oh, woo, gas, Rashid. Tell them about that gas. Lack of knowledge, mortgage. Okay, time. My office lease. Cynthia says my office lease. I feel you on that one now. The overhead costs are something serious. Okay. All right. So I didn't see the number one or the number two answer here yet. I don't think I saw it. Okay. So answer number two is taxes. Taxes. Okay. Believe it or not, working for someone else is probably the most expensive thing that you can do, because let's say that expense means that like it's something that is required in order to, what you're going to get as that net, right? So you have this gross that you earn, and then that net that you're left with, there's expenses in between there, right? So taxes are really like your number two expense. Anybody want to take a stab at number one? I'm gonna give y'all one more chance. Anybody want to take a stab at number one that has not seen this demonstrated before? Okay, payroll, payroll's up there too. Funding, like yeah, well, and funding is kind of on the line of this. Yeah. So what I want you to consider here is this number one here is basically, I'm going to tell you mine, not knowing how to make $1 million. Not knowing how to make an M. Now, let me ask you this. Do you think my PhD education that I owe over $160,000 in student loans was supposed to teach me how to make $1 million? But like, I'll let y'all help me with that. Or what was my plan supposed to be to earn anywhere from 80 to 120 a year and be comfortable as a professor and still have this $160,000 worth of debt that I would just pay off and pinch off of the debt just, year by year until basically it ate up my life like a mortgage. Not knowing how to make $1 million has cost me, and it's cost you too. And let me show you how. Let's back up a little bit. Let's give ourselves a little bit of space so we can do some math here. And I want you to do the math, and I want you to tell me if the math is math. Okay. So we got $1 million here, and I have my little touch screen, but it's up on the stand and it's moving around. So y'all forgive me if it's a little shaky. We have $1 million there. Okay. Now you would think if I put in an investment of $160,000 and really 7 years, almost 8 years of my life, because I had to take a little hiatus and come back with my fellowship. 8 years of my life I sacrificed. Ooh, I feel like Mary J. Blige. It was probably like 11 years. Don't get me started. So they got 11 years up out of me. I'm just going to say that because by the time I finished, they got it. They got it out of me. They did. And $160,000 in debt later. You would think I have sacrificed that. I have invested that. At the very least, I should be making $1 million a year, right? With that type of major investment. Yeah, no. So let's do a little bit of math here to say, what is my cost here? What is the cost of not knowing how to make $1 million, even though I have this very prestigious degree and I get to put doctor in front of my name whenever I want to? Dr. Shannon that makes, we got some mutage needing, there we go. So I'm Dr. Shannon that makes t-shirts on YouTube. Nobody could have told me that was going to be my path. So let's do a little math here. Let's say at the most, I would be making $120,000 as a professor, getting out of my PhD. And they wanted to pay me somewhere around 88 and then wanted me to do some other extra research opportunities to earn the 120. So 120 is really the top tier of what I would have been earning coming out of this PhD program. So I want you, for instead of 120, I want you to put that number that you're earning right now. And that's your business. That's your business. I want you to do your math and you put that number down. Okay. So I'm going to put 1 million. And then I'm going to minus my 120, which would have been the best I was going to do coming out of my program. Boom. So essentially, my first year out of my PhD program, I'm essentially down $880,000. I had the same exact skills, if not better skills, even to earn this that I'm doing now, but I just wasn't on this trajectory. I wasn't on this path. I was on a different path that society had me believing was the way, right? But I've always kind of blazed my own trail. So that's nothing new. I'm sure most of you here have always blazed your own trail, but you do what's necessary in a lane that you feel like is necessary in order to be safe and make sure that you are protecting, what we want to call stability, right? But I want to challenge you a little bit, because this so-called stability is really what I'm going to call now stuck. Right? Because that 120, I would have earned a year. They would have maybe given me a 1 or 2% raise, maybe jump through hoops and write 1 million papers and let somebody else publish work that I did under their name so that I could be a part of this system that basically takes credit where it's not due. And I wouldn't be able to invent. They would own my ideas. The buddy system would have belonged to somebody's university. Can you believe that? Anyhow, but this is what I would have lost in a single year. Right? Imagine my lifetime of missing out on this year after year after year. So this is not just attainable. This is real for me now. This is real. How many years have I lost this by not having the mentorship, by not having the understanding of how I could have got to $1 million? This is what I'm thinking of now. This is the math that ain't mathing to me anymore. This is what people will not have you, your employer will not ever have this conversation with you. Your employer is going to have a conversation with you to amp you up, to get you to want to continue your plan with them so that they can be the one earning up here at the top. And they can hook you up with a 2-week paid vacation that you have to beg for and that they deny 9 times out of 10. I'm just being real. And I hope, I'm not offending anyone, but this has been my experience. It's been the experience of 90% of the people that I talk to. It's very few people who are just in love with their job. They're just over broke. And this would have been JOB, just over broke. 120,000 sounds like a great salary, but what happens is we get this salary and then, that's just enough to have this type of mortgage. It's just enough to have this kind of car and car payment. It's just enough. Y'all, daycare. Who was out here putting their kids in daycare? Oh my God, bless your hearts. I realized why my dad was so sad looking at the end of the day and why my daddy never ate food at home. We only had food for us. My dad never ate dinner at home. I would cook dinner. And he still wouldn't eat at home. And it's because of the expense of kids. Who can live like that? So my whole goal was to make sure that my dad's sacrifice was not in vain. He trained us to have an entrepreneur mindset. I didn't understand that I had this mindset, and I had a mentor from a baby. I've had a mentor telling me that this is not the way, right? So now that I understand what mentorship can really be, what it really can expose us to, how it can really open up our minds and let us see not the possibilities, but the probabilities when we just allow ourselves to understand that our programming is off, that programming is broken now. Now that that program is broken, I can repatch it. I can repatch it in a way that I can start to build my own realities. I can build my own truths. I can show and prove to you my own truths, right? And this is the position that makes me feel like I have power. I have power now. And now in my head, I'm not thinking that I'm going to stop at $1 million. I want to have $1 million day. I saw it happen for somebody else. Shoot, y'all know how we are in this creative world. If they can do it, I can do it too. Y'all know we feel, I can make that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see it in the store. I can make that. That's how we should be feeling about these successes that we want to have. You can make that. You are a creator. You are directly connected to the creator. That means when you are in your creative spirit, you are directly in tune, and there is nothing that can limit you but your own mind, So now that we have that understanding, now that we're in that mental space and that mind space, I want to tell you this Photoshop is not going to stop you from being who you need to be and what you need to be. A paycheck is not going to stop you from that. Somebody's chitter chatter and what they're talking about or thinking about you or wanting you to feel less than or lower than, or in some cases even stupid, right? None of that is going to stop you from what you are really truly intended to do when you believe it and you know that that's your path. So here we are, and you all are all here for a reason. We're going to push to where we understand that this is our baseline mindset. This is going to be, I'm like really coming to realization right now, saying this out loud, that $1 million is going to be my floor now. 7 figures is going to be my floor. That is only up from there. So I'm just saying that and not to brag. It's not to brag. I didn't realize that talking about numbers was actually healthy. I've always been told that you don't talk about money. You don't go there you go there with people. Because the reason why we don't talk about money is because we don't want to get to the realism that either you're not making enough to survive or you're not thinking big enough to get what it is that we really deserve. And not just deserve, this is what we're entitled to. You want to talk about entitlement? This is what we're entitled to. Financial freedom, limitlessness, abundance. It's our birthright. It's innate. It is innate. It is in us. Understood that. But I didn't know that there were still limitations that I needed to break through. So you all are helping me. And I'm going to turn right back around and help you. I have mentors that are helping me. I'm going to turn right back around and take that same energy that these people are planting in me to help me understand my limitations. Oh, baby, y'all, like this pouring has not stopped. Ever since I've been learning, I have not stopped pouring. And I used to pour with my glass half empty. I don't have to do that anymore because I have an energy source to plug into, not just God, because we always feel like that's our main source of energy. But I'm telling you, I actually have real people on this planet now. I have a tribe that I can get energy and information and advice from, and I don't feel drained anymore. I don't feel like I don't have a way other than me anymore. And most of us feel like that. So that's why I want you to know that not having the proper information is the highest expense that you can possibly put down on paper right now. Right? So here we are. We're going to go ahead and see if, a matter of fact, before we go, give me some numbers in the chat here. Let me know, what was your number? What has cost you? What is your result of not knowing how to make $1 million? I want to say these numbers out loud, because I think when we verbalize these things, when we say it out loud, it becomes real. It's real. So in the chat, y'all go ahead and put your number down. Put your number down. I want to see what some of these numbers are. 948. Yep. Come on with it. Come on with the real numbers now. I'm not gonna call your name out. 900. Yep. 930K. 500. Yes. Even at 500K. Yes. 920K. Yep. Come on. Like these are like, we say these numbers out loud. We say these numbers out loud and it becomes something that makes us feel foolish. It makes me feel like when I thought 120K a year, like I was bragging on, yeah, I'm gonna apply for a job. I'll probably, get around 120 as a professor. Like I was bragging with that, with $160,000 in debt on my hip as soon as I left the university system. 950, 1K. All right, so these y'all 1Ks, y'all 1K away from $1 million. So let's bump it up. Let's bump it up to 2 million then. Let's do this. Let's do this. I have one of my one of the mentees in the Inner Circle program, Tiffany. Y'all got a chance to meet Tiffany. Tiffany was already a millionaire. I was like, what? She was like, well, Shanon, I know the things that you're talking, the way that you scale things, the way your mind works. I want to be in your mentorship program. I was like, hey, wait a minute. I don't have a mentorship program. And I was working on something, an idea. I had my first mentorship program was set up for $5,000. And I was like, okay, $5,000 and we'll do an accelerator for 60 days. I'll help you develop and scale how you need to scale to help grow your business. Y'all, this is a millionaire asking me at the time. I didn't even think I was on schedule to be a millionaire myself, right? Coming to me for advice and mentorship. This week, Tiffany shared her goal within the 60 days was to do $80,000, right? Because things are changing, things are slowing. I said, okay, Tiff, I think you can do $80,000. Actually, it was 40. And I said, let's double it. And we got to 80, right? Now, the next phase of that, Tiffany comes to me, is like, I think I hit my goal. We 45 days in. She said, I think I hit my goal. I said, oh yeah? She said, let me pull it up. She sends me a screenshot. She says, Shanon, I've done 107K and it's only been 45 days. Like, I didn't even know. Not only did she hit her goal, she crushed her goal. Y'all, when we do what we know we're supposed to do and we are on the right trajectory, all we need is a little of that momentum, a little of that push, a little bit of extra speed, a little bit of extra force, because we know we're going in the right direction. So now we can put that extra energy into it. Listen, you all can do this. I can do this. I know you all can do this. And I'm an overthinker, a perfectionist, all of those things that I have had to overcome just to put products out there. The things that I'm telling y'all because it's real. And I really need y'all to listen to me and just do it. And my daddy would say, do it now. Do it now. Like, don't procrastinate. Don't wait. Don't try to get it perfect. Don't think I'm going to do it better tomorrow than I'll do it today. Do it now. Like, this is the type of energy we need to have. That's why we're doing this challenge now, because we're putting the energy in the right place so that we are on the proper path, on the proper trajectory, and we're adding that momentum to just get that thing going so that you can prove it to yourself. You don't have to prove it to me. You don't have to prove it to anyone else. You're doing something for yourself right now. You're investing in yourself right now. And that is what is going to be the greatest return on investment that you will ever see, invested in yourself. Watch it work. Watch how it works. Watch how you smile more, you sleep better, you breathe better, you see better, you love better. All of these things happen when we start to pour into us, when we start to get the nutrients that we need. And sometimes the nutrients that we need isn't from a fruit or a vegetable. The nutrients we need is from an energy source that we need to replenish us so that we can be there for this business, so we can be there for our family, so that we can be there to build out this whole legacy that we have in our mind, in our spirit, what God implanted into our hearts and our minds. We need to foster that. And in order to do that, we got to be able to have the right fuel. Otherwise, we over here running on E with some cheap, nasty, dirty gas that will not get us to the destination in a way that we're going to be able to enjoy the journey. Just saying. So I think I'm done preaching right now. I think until something else comes up, let me turn off the whiteboard now. All right, so let's go ahead. We'll get into our photoshopping now. Oh Lord. Oh, okay. You own it. I was gonna say, I see some stuff going on over on the bot side of things, but you got it. You got it. Okay, so before we get going, I'm gonna take a couple of deep breaths. I want y'all to take some deep breaths too, because this energy is positive, it's flowing, it's helping us move in the right direction. I'm just gonna do a couple of deep breaths. I would love for y'all to do some too. Put your hand on your belly, get those belly breaths in. And we're gonna do something a little bit different. We're gonna inhale. We're gonna inhale love. And exhale the negative energy. Ooh. We're gonna inhale peace. We're gonna exhale anything that is bothering us on our last little pinky toe nerve. Let it go. All right. We're gonna inhale success. We're gonna exhale doubt. Let that doubt go. All right, so we're good. I calm myself down. I ain't yelling at y'all no more. I'm not talking all loud. Let's go ahead and get to this work. So I would love for everyone to have your file open for today. Go ahead and open up that template. You should have right click and extracted it. Should be able to be open in Photoshop. When you have that open in Photoshop, I want you to give me a 1 in the chat. Give me a 1 in the chat. And then we can go ahead and turn off our cameras now, because we finna get on this Photoshop bitch. All right, all right. All right. I know y'all serious when y'all cut the cameras off. It's go time. Go time. All right. So let's see who our first one is. Our first one. Okay, we all ready. I see all these ones. Yes. All right. So AW. Is that Alicia? I can't see, baby. All I see is AW. If you would, go ahead and share your screen for me, please. And I might have to. No, I have it on where multiple participants can share. So you should be able to share a screen. If not, let's see, Davina, can you go ahead and share your screen for me? We'll go ahead and get this thing started. Y'all, today, this is actually going to be really easy as far as the Photoshop side of things, like super easy. All right, so awesome, awesome. If you see Davina's screen, you're going to be doing the exact steps that we're doing. So I'm going to turn on my marker here. And it says Zoom. So on one computer, Photoshop on. Oh, I got you, love. I understand. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to change out this image right here. So I want us to right click on the image. And where it says logo, we're going to click on logo. Okay, now it's going to take you down here. This is a smart object. We're going to double click on the thumbnail of the smart object. Okay, and right here, it should be asking you to relink. Okay, and we're going to hit this relink. We're going to hit that button. And we're going to link it to the artwork that you did yesterday. So, so the artwork you did yesterday, it should be named 13 by 19 shirt. This is gorgeous, by the way. And let's go ahead and place it. Okay, and then hit OK. Now, Tamika, if yours didn't, I'm going to have you share your screen with me. That's it. So now I want you to go ahead and go File, Save, or Control S to save. Yep. And then go ahead and close out of that little tab when you're done. And let's watch that mock-up. Done deal. Okay. All right. So hold tight for me right there. I'm going to check on who was it? Yeah, we will redo that step. I just saw. Denise. Okay, so Denise, go ahead and share your screen with me, love. We're gonna look and see if there is a different situation going on your end. Great job, Davina. And then everybody make sure that you save. Go file save so that on your 627 mock-up, you're actually saving this. All right.
You said go to logo,
Uh-huh.
which is
And
right
then-
here.
Yep, you're gonna double click on this. Let me turn my marker on. Yep. And so yours has this little thing here. This is what we can do. We can right click on the words here or right click on the gray area. And then we can manually do this, relink to file right there. Boom. And then let's go find your 13 by 19. It's probably that one right there. Yep. Is that it?
Yes,
Perfect.
that's with the T, with the extension. Okay, yeah, that's it.
With the TIFF. So a
Yeah.
TIFF is it's like, it does the same thing. It saves all the layers that a Photoshop file would, but it allows you to preview. If you ever notice your Photoshop files, you can never actually preview the file. You have to open it up to see what it looks like. So a TIFF allows it to have a temporary thumbnail where you can see what's on there. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let's see. Okay, so Linda, go ahead and share your screen and I'll show you how to do this as well. If it has a red question mark, you're going to go through the exact same process. And Linda, I don't see Photoshop. You might be sharing there it is. Okay, perfect. Okay, so all you have to do is right click. Oh, yep. Right click where the word is. And let me get my marker. Right click right there and go to relink to file. Boom. And then choose your 13 by 19. And then hit place. There you go. And it should propagate that new image. There it is. There it is. Okay. So now you can go ahead and close out of this tab. You can right click on it and hit close. Go ahead and hit yes to save those changes. And that new image should propagate on your mockup. Beautiful. Now, if you want to, Linda, I would go ahead and hit your expand there so that you can see all your layers, right? You see where I drew that circle? Those two little arrows that I circled up there. There you go. And then go ahead and hit that one too. It'll expand that bar. Expand right here. Do you see me drawing on the screen there? Do you see me drawing on the screen over here? Do you see where I'm drawing? Okay, hold on. Let me clear my drawings because things have moved. Do you see this little expansion right there? Do you see it? Right? Nope. Right above the A, right there. And you keep moving it while I'm drawing on it. Nope. So you see how you expanded that panel. There's another panel to the right of it that you can expand to. Keep those expanded because what happens if you don't expand them, now you can take it and make it a little shorter, but if you don't expand them, they will override on top of your image and you won't be able to see what you're doing, okay? So keep them expanded. Right now you have them contracted, so expand both of these. Expand this one as well. This one right here, there you go. And then keep those expanded so you can see what's going on. All right, perfect. And then you can do Control-0. If you do Control-0, it'll zoom into the extents of your artboard. Perfect. All right, so go ahead and save what you're doing so far, Linda. That is great. Anyone else have any issues before we move forward? Coach Corey, go ahead and share your screen. And well, whatever we're doing here, more than likely is going to help someone else too. Okay. So if your 13 by 19 shirt, it should be this one right here. Let me turn on you can hover over it. And when you hover over it, does it tell you it's a TIFF? You can go ahead and select it. Okay. And hit place. There you go. So did you change yours from yesterday, or this is the same one that you opened?
Are you talking to me, Shannon?
This is Coach Corey.
Oh,
I'm
no.
trying to. So I think Coach Corey, your screen is up right now, but I don't know where your file is to link. So you may just have to roll with this one if you can't find your linked file or your file that you worked on yesterday. And Coach Corey, can you unmute your mic so I can see what's going on your end? Okay, I don't think it's letting you unmute the
There we
mic.
go. I'm unmuted.
Okay. Okay, so right click again, and I want you to right click, yep, and go to relink to file. I'm sorry, I drew over it.
This is the one I did
Okay.
yesterday right there.
Okay, well, you can do that one. Do the one that you did yesterday. There you go, and hit place. Okay, and that should replace it. There you go. Now you can go ahead and close out of the tab. You got it. All right, all right. So for those of you on TikTok and Instagram, y'all might want to join us over on YouTube. At least you get to see what's going on. You can't participate because you're not in the challenge, but you can at least see what's going on. You see all this great graphic work going on right now. All right, perfect. So was that easy or was that easy?
It was easy.
Okay, so that's just us changing the mock-up right now. Now, if you want to go back and watch class number 122, and 122 actually has some really cool things you can do with this mock-up. We're going to do some very simple things today. The only thing that we're going to do is we're going to change our, let me make sure everybody's on the same page right now. Let's see. If you updated your artwork, I want you to give me a 1. If you need some help still, I want you to give me a 2. And then listen, most of you all are having the same exact issue. So as long as you can follow along to me helping someone on their screen, you should be able to do the exact same steps. Okay, let's see. Katina, go ahead and share your screen, please. And anyone else that needs help, let's make sure that we're following along, okay? Okay, so what I need you to do here is close out of this tab here. Yeah, there's
Get my phone out the way.
There's a, yeah, I know that Zoom window is aggravating. Now, what you can do, if the Zoom window's in your way and you see the tab, you can always right click on the tab and hit close.
So if I close out of this, I'm going to lose the work I did from yesterday. Right now it's saved as a Photoshop. It didn't save as TIFF.
Okay, so it's fine. You can still link it as that. So do file, save as. And this is why we got to do the save dance, the file save and Control S. I promise you, any type of emotion that you feel with Photoshop, whether it's bliss or aggravation, anything you feel with Photoshop, do the save dance. Okay, so here and go ahead and leave recovered at the end of it. That way we know. And then it could be saved as a Photoshop file. That's fine. Go ahead and hit save. And it looks like it already tried to save it once. Okay, and then hit OK here. All right, so let's close out of this tab. Okay, and then what we're going to do is right click on the word 13 by 19 in the layers panel. You see where my X is? There you go. Right click on the word, right click on the word. It's okay. Yep, right click on the word, and then we're going to do relink to file, and then you'll find the one that you had. Even though it's a Photoshop versus a TIFF, it's just going to relink to a whole new file. So the one that you had is right here, this PSD. There you go. It's right. Nope, it's right here. That's an old mark. All right, and just hit place. There it goes. Now that replaced it. Now you can exit out of this tab and make sure that you hit yes to save, or you hit save. There you go. Hit save. Nope. Did you hit? Oh yeah, you did hit save. I was going to say, woo. All right, so you hit save and then that's going to update. Perfect. Perfect. All right, so just hang tight for me. Let me make sure everybody else is on point. Good job, Katina. All right. Okay, well, we can at least go through what we have here today. We won't be able to go over what we did yesterday, but you can keep up today. So basically, we're going to change the colors on the mock-up, color of the shoes and the text. So you will be able to do what we're doing today, okay? Anyone else have a number 2 right now? You got a number 2 because you just weren't able to replace your image and you need some help. Andrea, go ahead and share your screen, please. Okay. Logo, double click, you got it. Okay, you can hit the word relink and then just find the file that you worked on yesterday. That's it. And then hit OK. Now let's see what's going on with yours. You may have a zipped file. Let's see what's going on here. Let's go to file. We're going to do something different here because yours is not changing. You know what? I think I know what it is. Right click on the 13 by 19 shirt word again. And let's go to relink to file. Relink to file. And we're going to go up to the 181 here. Instead of where it says links, go up to 181. No, just hit the 181 there. And it'll take you up a folder. There you go. So your file never updated based on the work you did yesterday. So let's go back to the links and see what's going on here. That means somehow it got unlinked. But what you can do here is let's right click on this. And I'm going to show you an alternate way. Let's hit cancel here. Something's going on with your linking. Something didn't update. So I don't want to assume that it's going to. Let's go to file and let's go place embedded. Place embedded. And we're just going to go ahead and place that image there and hit place. You might be having some issues with your RAM on Photoshop because it's not doing any of the steps that you're telling it to do right now. This will be my suggestion. Go ahead and close out of this tab. Close out of that tab. I want you to restart Photoshop. Restart Photoshop and let's try that again, okay? All right, and let me check and see if anyone else is having an issue. Okay, while yours is pulling up, I know so you know the exact steps to take. It just looks like your Photoshop is being difficult and not showing you the transformation. So let's see, Ms. Jones, go ahead and share your screen with me. And I'm actually going to stop the screen sharing, Andrea, to see if that is helping or hurting you right now as far as pulling from your resources. And let me know in the chat if it's working for you now.
Mine is too big. I don't know what I did wrong. Sorry.
What happened was more than likely you may have replaced the wrong image. So let's first of all, let's go to our history. That's what history is all about. So let's expand this panel here with these, see the little double arrows there. Perfect.
Okay.
Let's go to the history tab.
Okay.
Okay. And let's go to open. Oh, I know what happened. You relinked the wrong file. It's okay. Let's go to open.
I'm sorry.
Go up to open. There you go. And then go back to your layers. Let me clear my stuff off your screen.
Okay.
Now what we're going to do, we're going to double click on the logo before we change it out. So let's double click on the actual, hit cancel there. We're going to double click on the thumbnail where I put the X. Yep. Double click right there. Okay. Then here is where we're going to relink. Okay. And you should see, should be able to go up a folder. I'm not sure why it's inside of your links.
I just did design one.
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead and place it. And hit OK there for me.
Oh, it's too big still.
Let's see, you know what, you may have something disabled. Do Control T for transform.
Okay.
And it might be Command T on the Mac.
Okay.
All right. Other thing I'll have you do is take off your auto select, take that check mark off and turn on your show transform controls. There you go. And just make it small enough to where it's going to fit. Now, wait.
Oh.
Okay. What I want you to practice doing is using the one in the middle to pull it down and the one at the bottom to pull it up. That way it stays centered on your artboard. So it's somehow it's got some extraneous kind of information, but it'll work. Go ahead and pull it in. Make sure nothing's hanging off the edge there. There you go.
Like stay over you and he slapped the dog at me.
There you go.
I'm in class. Go away. I'm sorry.
You know, you're good. You're good.
Okay, that's better. I think this is my first design. I never did Photoshop, so I don't know.
But you're doing an excellent. Do you see what you did? So in that same statement, I've never done Photoshop before, and here you are with this magic.
I've been up all night. I'm like, what? And at first I'm like, I don't know what to design, Lord. I'm like, I don't know what to do.
This is excellent. And I promise you, what we're doing today is not only helping you, do a little Photoshop, but we're going to help you push your work out there. We're going to get to pushing your work out there and making sure that somebody sees this. Now you can hit enter to lock in your transformation because we just scaled it. We just transformed it.
Just hit enter.
Enter on the keyboard, or you also have that little check mark up there. Okay.
Perfect.
All right. And now we're going to close out of this little tab. If it asks you to save, make sure you hit save.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's see. Oh, did you have more than one of them open?
I didn't close. I was scared to close out of it.
Okay. Yeah. Whatever this, let's close that one out.
Okay.
Looks like you might have done a little extra, but it's okay. It's okay.
Sorry.
So now let's go ahead and close out of this logo one. Let's close out and then hit yes to save.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, Lord.
It's okay. This is okay. It's okay. So what it was you were changing inside of the actual design file. So what I need you to do is open your, so let's close this one out too. Let's close that one out so we don't have any confusion. There you go. And then let's open up the file that says this one right here. Let's open that one.
Okay.
And that way we make sure that we're changing the right file.
Perfect.
Okay. So we're going to double click. We're going to do the same steps we just did. Double click. Okay. And then for this one, just hit OK. I'm just going to let you hit OK so we can see that it's going to be red. It's OK. Let's right click on the name there.
Okay. Control. Got it.
And then let's do relink to file. And okay, that's your design. I think what happened was you probably did a save as somewhere. So that's what it's doing.
Oh, there you go.
Yep, it's okay. It's okay. You know what to do now. Make sure that you pull it down. Yep. You got it. You got it. There you go. And just keep pulling it down until nothing's hanging off the edge there. Perfect. All right. So now hit enter to lock in your transformation. All right. Now let's go ahead and hit file save before we close out, just to make sure that it's going to save your changes. There you go. Let's close out of that tab now.
Oh.
There you go. Boom. There it is.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, now keep your screen up because I think you might have been the last that needed help. And we're going to go ahead and change out the color of those shoes there. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
I remember.
Perfect. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and everybody grab your color picker tool, also known as your eyedropper tool. And I just want you to pick a color somewhere from your graphic, anywhere, like pick your main color there. Whatever color you want the shoes to be, just pick it and then let the mouse go when you get to the color that you want. There it is. That's perfect. Okay. So what we're going to do is now we're going to double click. I want everyone, once you have your one color pick, we're just changing one thing. Double click where it says smart color, double click. Excellent. And then all you're going to do is you're going to double click on this swatch here. Okay. And then if you come over here and you touch on the swatch that you selected for the foreground color, it will turn into that color you just picked. Let's hit okay. And we didn't even have to make swatches. So if you're just doing a single color change, you don't have to even make swatches. All right. So now that we have this, let's go to File, Save, Control S on the PC, Command S on the Mac. Let's make sure we save that little old smart color.
Okay.
This is File. You go up here, File, Save.
Right. It's saved.
Okay, perfect.
Command S.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you saw something new.
Look, you already doing shortcuts. You a Photoshop OG now. Let's go ahead and close out of that tab there. And then everybody make sure that once you're done with the eyedropper tool, select the move tool. You got it. Look, see, I know you're OG. You select the move tool before I even got to that. So yeah, let's close out that little tab. And then hit yes to save. Good deal, good deal. Let's watch things update.
Ooh.
Yes. Now let me tell y'all a trick.
I bling them things out.
Hey. So we have this color here. You also have you have a 90 sneaker that's on there, which is like some Air Maxes. You have some high heels on there. So y'all do me a favor and turn one of those on just to see what your different shoes are. Okay, so see, and it changes, those smart colors come into play, and it basically changes the colors of the accent colors of those shoes. So you can you can turn the eyeball off for one, maybe try the high heels. If you want to put the heels on there, just turn on the folder for that one. You see you got some high heels. You have some Jordan 1, some retro sneakers is what I call them.
Better.
Yeah, and then if you don't like the other ones, you can turn that out. Yeah, there you go. You got it.
Better. Yes.
Boom. Now just imagine that you can pretty much create any little combination of mock-ups for whatever it is that you're going to have in your store, and always have something to kind of pair with it. Now, someone asked about doing different shoes. You absolutely can. For that, I want you to go to class number 122. I showed you how to pull in, I believe we did this. We pulled in our own shoes. I think we did the Jordan 1s, right? And then I showed you how to, like, this was a long class, just to say the least, but I showed you how to extract where color was and to replace that color with a different color. So we went through that as part of this class, right? It was a very intense class, but it taught you a lot. So yes, to answer your question, you can put boots in there, just not tonight. All right, so I gave y'all, let's see, you have, what are those? The Chucks. I gave y'all Chucks. You got some J's, you have some heels. Yep. And you have some other Nikes. The
like Air Max.
Yep, the Air Max 90s, I think. Yep. All right. So y'all are good to go with that part. Right now we're going to get to talking a little bit about the marketing, but let me make sure that everybody's caught up with these colors. And as a matter of fact, oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Let me check and make sure everybody's on point. Let's do a check-in. Give me a 1 if you got it done. Give me a 2 if you need some help. Oh, look at all these ones. Now don't be scared if you have a 2. Don't worry about it. I got you. I'll make sure that we catch up. Okay. All right. And if you are a newbie to Photoshop before doing this challenge and you're all caught up, I want you to give me 100. I need to check on my newbies right now. Give me a 100. If my newbies are on point, I know we doing something right. Give me a 100. Anybody that joined this challenge never having touched Photoshop before. All right, Mrs. Jones. Okay. Rashid. Yes. Tamika. Good deal. Good deal. Now, I don't know exactly who was it that came in and Ms. Jones, was that you that your work didn't save from yesterday, but you're caught up are you caught up for today? I want to make sure that we're good. Oh, okay, perfect. I just, I'm checking on you. I know yesterday you said you was having some problems. I said, oh, I need to make sure you're good, baby. I got you. Okay, so we are good. Awesome. You are most welcome. Okay, so now what we're going to do is get into the marketing. So Mrs. Jones, go ahead and share your screen with me, please. we're going to do some very simple marketing stuff right now. Very, very simple. Okay. So what I want to have you do here, let me turn on my marker. Go ahead and expand this panel right here where you see those little 2 double arrows. You're going to click that. Perfect. Now what we're going to do is we're going to change the text here. Not that one. You want to click right here. See those 2 tiny little arrows? It says expand panel. There you go. Perfect. You got it. All right. So we want to change this text on here. I gave y'all some suggestions for text, right? And I want you to go back to thinking about the avatar activity that we did where you identified your ideal customer. What question are you going to ask to get the attention of your ideal customer? And right here, I want y'all to put it in the chat for me. Put it in the chat for me. Okay, so this says, are you ready for back to school? Now, this might be your avatar here is for, mom with little kids, maybe you did your back to school design, or you got some moms and dads having graduates this year.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think your question is going to be to gain the attention of your avatar? And just say it out loud, and then I'll help you through it if you need help.
I think, well, my avatar will be Cash.
Cash is just anybody, right? Anybody that's willing and able to pay, right?
Right, but
okay.
it's Cash with a K.
Oh, what's Cash with a K? Like, the name of your avatar.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. So
any occasion, like right now is Little League optimum season, football season, cheer season. So that's where everyone wears shirts and stuff like that. So if you
got
see
you.
I have my daughter, she's a cheerleader for high school. So everyone wants shirts to get ready for the season. So when football games, they have shirts to
Okay. Are your customers last minute? Are they last? I'm just asking. I know the answer. It's a very rhetorical question, but are your customers typically last minute?
This is my first, so I would say yes. I mean, I haven't done any shirts.
Oh, got you.
This is my first time with everything in the first class. Everything is new to me.
Yes. So that's awesome. So do you have like your sublimation printer? Do you have your True Colors ink yet? Do you have your setup?
I have a brand new F570.
Ooh, baby.
Together the stand, but I have not even.
No, if you have an F570, keep the Epson ink in there. Keep it until you no longer have a warranty. I would never ask you to risk a warranty like that.
Okay.
Just to be safe, I will always tell you the best thing and not necessarily the most profitable thing for me, because me making sure that you're good is me being good. Okay. So make sure you only use the F570 ink at least until your warranty is up, because I think it has a 1-year warranty. So once you get
I haven't set it up yet, it still have tape on it and everything.
It's super easy. As soon as you put the ink is just, it turns upside down in there just perfectly, and it pours itself in there, through gravity. So you don't have to worry about like that being a difficult process. So, and then of course we have the Innate Creatives Facebook group. So you have a tough team of people who have done this a million times over. I probably set up at least 40 printers in my lifetime. Okay. Wow. So yeah. Once you do it,
I set it up, I just say, let me I see that I missed your first 1 week class, challenge class. So I'm like, okay, so my print is here, so I need to go ahead and get into.
You're ready to go. Oh, you're ready to go. I'm telling you right now. So I'm gonna help you out with this, since you're new to the industry, and this is perfect because this gives me an opportunity to show you how I can help you shortcut some of the things. Okay. Yes, your customer is last minute. Matter of fact, it's gonna be an event. They need a shirt for tomorrow. And they're gonna come to you and ask if you can do this. Now that you know how to edit this template, you can get this artwork done in 5 minutes or less. You don't tell them that, but you let them know, hey, I have a $25 art fee, right? If it's just a single photo, or you can give them up to 2 photos, don't do more than that. Every extra photo, make sure you charge them extra for those additional photos, $5 extra for each photo, right? So when they want to get crazy and give you 10 photos, they're at least paying for those, right?
Okay.
Then what I want you to focus on for your client, you're going to focus on the speed and or or you can focus on, if you don't want to do them fast, because you may not be like to where you're completely confident, get them out fast yet. You want to focus on the fact that you have a high quality product that they're going to get a chance to experience for a discount. Okay. So it says $35 on there. And this one says, oh, I'm marking it down to $25 for the first 5 to DM me whatever word you want to put in those quotes, right?
Oh, I like this. Yes.
Okay. So that's your marketing. So what you can do is your question could be, do you need high quality sports photo shirts? Or, something like that, like something to where they're used to the cheap screen
and stuff like that.
Right. They're used to the cheap vinyl shirts. You want to make sure that they understand that this is a high quality process, premium quality, right? So make sure that you put that in your interaction with them.
Okay.
Then that way you're not competing with them. You're not trying to go super, super cheap, and you're not trying to do extremely fast. But what'll happen is when you know that you can get these things designed in 5 minutes, and you know that printer can print that print in pretty much 2 to 3 minutes, you can have a shirt pressed up same day.
Wow.
Do you know what kind of clients you will get when you can charge what you want? You can charge $40 for the same shirt and say, if you need it same day, it's $40. If you can wait a week and a half, if you can wait 5 to 7 business days, I get it to you for 25. Now you've captured 2 different clients with basically the same ad, because somebody's going to come to you and say, I want the $25 shirt. And you're going to say, hey, great, this is a high quality process. I can get you the shirt for 25 if you DM me this. Like you're basically causing that interaction. They're reaching out to you. They're soliciting you. You're not soliciting them, right? So you're going to end up with a client who wants what you have, and not somebody that you feel like you're trying to push a sale towards, right?
Awesome.
You're advertising that you have a high quality process. If they need that shirt same day, you may even want to put same day printing available, right? Okay. So where it says handcrafted in Jacksonville, Florida, that's your benefit. That's your draw. Some people need to know that, hey, this is going to be made in my same state if you're ordering online. So yours, instead of saying handcrafted in Jacksonville, Florida, you may want to say same day printing available, right? You're not telling them the price, but you're going to at least charge a 40% upcharge if you're doing it same day versus 5 to 7 business days. Okay.
It's like a fresh fee, right?
Exactly. So you're going to build that into the draw of your ad right now. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to change this text. You have your move tool selected already. So I want you to right click where it says, are you ready? Just click on one of those letters there.
Gotcha. Right click.
Yep. And when you right click, you should see an option, and maybe I'm not seeing it because you're on the Mac. You should see the words there. And
control.
There you go. And it says, are you ready for back to school? You're going to click on that line of text. Perfect. Okay. And then what you're going to do is Franklin Gothic. Everybody should have Franklin Gothic on the computer. What's going on? Let's go ahead and Photoshop and Google are battling fonts right now. So this might be one of those Photoshop and Google battles. So I want you to, so that you don't have to look for that font, go ahead and click here where the font name is. Right up here. Okay. Just click inside of that where that pink is. Yep. And I want you to start typing in Frank, F-R-A-N-K.
Nope, I didn't download that one.
Well, you know what is odd, because it's typically a font that is free. So the fact that it's not free anymore is really baffling to me. But you can change it to any font that you want, because I don't want us to have to download fonts today. So go ahead, if you need to do a drop down, just make sure that it's a clean, legible font. This is how you're going to capture their attention. You could do varsity. That's a good one. Good bold one. Perfect. So in order to change this text, you're going to double click on the T here. And I want you, what is your question going to be? Let's say,
are you ready for football?
Let's say, or are you ready for, if you want to say, are you ready for football? Absolutely.
Okay.
If that's what you're, the crowd that you're advertising to, you can put, here's another thing. You can actually like play on somebody's fears. You can play on what somebody doesn't want, right? And you can say something like, Are you tired of crunchy photo shirts? Fear no more. Like I got you all to say to double check your fear of Photoshop, right? That was a
Right.
whole part of the challenge. I want to it is as a form of sales. If you can direct someone away from pain, it's much more effective than trying to steer them towards pleasure. Because when you steer them towards pleasure, people think it's a scam. But what you got is so good that you just want to sell me that ain't nobody else selling. But when you want to lead them away from pain, it actually makes them want to trust you. Because let's say, for instance, somebody's waving $100 bill and saying, hey, I want to give this money away in the middle of the street. You're gonna think they're crazy. You're not even gonna take that $100 bill because you're gonna think something is off there. Like this
Yeah,
is
sure.
right. But if that same person fell down in the middle of the road while they were trying to do whatever and they needed actual help, it still would be a scam more than likely, but you would second guess and you probably would run over there to help them because you think they were hurt, right?
Right.
So if here's the whole idea behind that is that somebody is willing to be led away from pain much easier than they're willing to be led towards pleasure.
So, okay,
Right.
so I have it now. Okay, so are you tired of vinyl shirts peeling, or are you tired of wearing vinyl shirts?
Right. And it doesn't have to be a question either. You can just say, I have premium quality, no peel, never fade, never crack sport shirts. And they don't have to know what your print process is, right? They don't know the difference between vinyl and sublimation. All they know, wait a minute. And this is a line that I use all the time for when I tell people about sublimation, because they hate white shirts, right? So I say, wow, this is, I sold a whole community on nothing but, matter of fact, they call me to this day asking me to do sublimation for them. I tell them that sublimation is the premium print process. It will never crack, peel, or fade, and it will last a lifetime.
Yes.
Okay, so you can just say never crack, peel, or fade, and like that's your draw.
Okay.
Like premium shirts that will never crack, peel, or fade. And what you're doing is you're leading people away from the pain because they already know about them crunchy shirts, or the image is going to be 2 inches, wide on their chest. And because people can't print larger, you got a 24-inch printer. You can do jumbo prints. You can make these look substantial and it won't feel crunchy. It won't feel like a shield on their chest. It will actually feel like it's part of the fabric, right?
Right. So what the first one you said, searching for, are you looking for a premium? You said premium shirts, right?
So you can put, are you looking for premium, or you don't even have to put a question. You don't have to, but a question usually means that somebody's going to answer that for you. That's making a question. So, and then you don't have to put looking for it, put seeking. Are you seeking? Because seeking is shorter than looking for, right?
Yes.
Okay. Are you seeking premium photo shirts? Because you got to let them know you can do them photos. Premium photo shirts, and then hit enter, because we need a next line on that. So, okay. So are you seeking premium photo shirts? And then what you can do is you can actually put the words underneath it to say never crack, peel, or fade. Or you can make it part of the question, that never crack, peel, or fade. So let's make it part of that sentence. Okay.
And I went to enter. Oh, it's going somewhere else.
It's okay. It's because the spacing isn't right. And I'm going to show you how to fix that.
Okay.
Never crack, comma, peel, comma, or fade. You use that's gonna be like a second language to you. Oh yeah, it'll never crack, peel, or fade. It'll last a lifetime.
Okay.
That's a great sales point. Okay, now right here is where that spacing is for that text. If you just put it on, let's see, the font right now size is 46. Put it on to 40. Just type 40 in there, right there, where it says 6.69. Just erase all that and put 40. There you go. Well, it should work. Oh, you know what? You have to be on the move tool. Select the move tool there, and then you can change that to 40 after you're on the move tool. There you go. Yep, you just type in 40. You don't have to worry about the PT there. Just hit enter.
Gotcha.
Okay. And actually, you might even want it a little smaller. Do 30 instead.
Okay.
That way that space is a little closed up. It won't end up.
Uh-oh.
It's okay. Just hit 30 and then put enter. There you go. And then what you have going on here is you just have your text is a little bit lower than where your smart color is. So we're getting ready to change right here, this orange right here.
Okay.
Just like that, and just pull it down a little bit. See how it's all the way to the top? Just push it down on the artboard a little bit. Because you're doing 2 lines. Yep, you're doing 2 lines of text. So you want to cover it up a little more. There you go. That's it.
Okay. Got it.
So are you seeking premium photo shirts? Never crack, peel, or fade. Perfect. And then, so what you're doing is you're telling them these are premium shirts, so they're worth $35. But for the first 5 to DM me, and you don't know how many people, they don't know how many people DM'd you. They don't know if this is your regular price or not. But it feels like they're getting a deal for a premium product, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, so let's go ahead and change where it says handcrafted in Florida. You can go ahead and right click on that and it'll take you to the text. Right click on it. And what's going to be your selling point there, your benefit. Now you could put, yep, you can double click. You don't, that is so weird. I chose 2 fonts that should be on like the brush script font is a typical font on everybody's computer, but you know, Photoshop and fonts have been doing some crazy stuff lately. Just double click there. And then of course it's going to change it to a generic font and just hit, hit replace.
Okay.
Yep. And then what is what's a benefit? So you could talk about that it is I remember we said that 24-hour service available. That's a benefit, right?
Okay.
Yep, 24-hour service available.
Okay.
And then if you don't want the 24, let me clear my screen. If you don't really want to do 24-hour service, but you want people to ask you about it, then just double your price. It's a $50 shirt when it's 24 hours. But if you give me this amount of time, it's this, right?
Yes.
So basically they're paying a premium to get in front of other customers. That way, you not saying you want those type of clients like consistently, but somebody that's never going to haggle you on price, but just wants what they want is always going to be a good look. Okay. So yep, you can go ahead and delete that whole line of text and just type out what we talked about. You got it.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, and the ED's off too. So I would put never crack, peel, or fade. And I didn't pay attention to that either, but they're just saying take the EDs off. But yeah, go ahead. No, type what you're typing right now though. Okay. So what would we say 24 hours? So put a 24-hour.
Okay, not 24-hour like that?
Yep, you can do it like that, 24-hour and then space service available. So you told them it's available. You didn't tell them at what cost.
Gotcha.
Okay. So we've handled a lot of things and you want to change what this is too. So go back to your move tool. Anytime you're done messing with the text, you want to go back to the move tool so that you can get out of that text editing mode. Now you can right click on the word this.
Okay. That's control.
There you go. And then you double click on the T there.
Okay.
Okay. And then just replace that font. I apologize. I thought I chose some of the simplest fonts in the world. Fonts I've been using in Microsoft Word since forever. And apparently Photoshop is still tripping on that. So what would you want them to DM you?
Hold on.
Have them DM you. Have them DM you.
All right, I would say contact me regarding this post.
No. You want them to DM you something like really short and simple, because what happens is in the future, when you get really, really busy, you'll have a virtual assistant that can, whenever you get a message that says a certain thing, they can respond with, oh, great, here's our link to go ahead and get your order started. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So that is how you're going to delineate how communication is done. Like right now, it's just you are your virtual assistant. You're going to be everything in your business right now, right? But if you set these systems in place, when it comes time for someone else to step in and help you, any message that you got that has the word, let's say, that says photo shirt, for the first 5 to DM me photo shirt, right? So if you have photo shirt as your keyword, whenever you have an assistant, and it could be, the assistant could be, you know, your 12-year-old niece or daughter, right? Like you can literally say, okay, if you see a message that says, you know, photo shirt, I want you to make sure that they get this email, right? And of course, there are things that you can automate to put in place for that too. There you go. And if they DM you photo shirt, then you know what to do from there. Oh, you want a photo shirt. Now you might have another ad that says DM me $10 tee. And that $10 tee might be a plastisol, like family reunion type of shirt, right? That you can do for $10 because it's just going to be a simple 7-second press.
Okay.
So you may have different terms that you have them message you or email you, or if your goal here is to get them to message you. But if your goal was to get them to comment on the post, right? So sometimes your goal is to get them to comment on the post so it makes your post go viral, right?
Gotcha.
So for TikTok, you might say comment photo shirt for a chance to win this for free. So you're going to change your strategy based on the result that you want to get from that platform.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. So everything looks good. Make sure you go ahead and save your work. Save your work.
Okay. I'm going to go back here first.
And if you want to, use your right click and figure out where the text is. There you go. Perfect. You got it. All right. So anyone else that needs help right now, go ahead and give me a 2. Even if you need help.
So much.
Oh, you're absolutely welcome. You're doing a fabulous job as well. Let me know if you need any help, even if you need help with like your ad copy, because I know sometimes that's where we get stuck, just on the words that go on the ad. All right. So
And then we just need to change the colors right here.
Okay, so in order to change the colors, I want you to do the same thing. You're going to double click on this orange one right here. And then you're going to double click on this swatch right here. And then go ahead and choose the green from right here in the foreground color. Perfect. Hit OK. Close out of that tab and make sure that you update those changes. Perfect. Perfect.
Perfect. Oh, everything is done.
That's it. I'm trying to tell you. Now you may want to go with a different color. Let's say this 24-hour service is not very visible, right? Like it's not legible. So maybe you want to, where you see 24-hour service, you might want to do your color number 2, but you also have white and black that you can do there too.
Or gray, like a light gray, maybe.
And if you turn it, if you turn it to, or turn the white off, I believe it's already like a light gray, like a silver color. Okay.
It's not changing anything, is it?
Well, this is for this particular one right here.
Oh, okay.
See, it's going to affect the text that is immediately up underneath or above. Sorry.
Okay.
Yep. So play with those and see. Like you might want your color to be like a bright green or a yellow. Like sometimes the ad copy doesn't have to match the actual image because you may want it to stand out. Colors that stand out: hot pink, red, orange. Like you see people use a lot of yellow in their ads because it's attention grabbing. You want to make sure that you have contrast though, because you want people to be able to read that and you want it to stick out well. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to play around with it because I want to also change the font as well down here.
Okay.
With it. Thank you so much. Not that bad. I thought Photoshop was intimidating.
All right. I'm trying to tell you, see, not that bad. I thought Photoshop was intimidating. See, I had to lead you away from the pain. And guess what? Now you in there. Now, you know what? I'm not even going to tell you what's going to happen next. You're going to show me what happens next. Now this is just the tip of the iceberg. I already know it. This is just the tip. You got that 24-inch printer too. You weren't playing when you got into this.
I got tired of purchasing. I got tired of purchasing shirts. I'm like, let me start making shirts.
I love it. You did an excellent job. Okay, I'm gonna check on anyone else to see. Tamika, go ahead and share your screen. Okay, so listen, this is really the meat of what we were intended to do today. Some of us are like overthinking what it takes in order to put something out there. I wanted to show you it's super simple to create an ad that can get your work that you just did this week. Get it out. Okay. Let's see. You can discard the embedded profile if you need to. It doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and hit OK. There you go. Perfect. And then you're changing out your color there.
Well, that was it. I was receiving that error message earlier, and I did not know if I should select something different.
Yeah,
so when it populated, I wanted to show you.
I appreciate that. And Tamika, and Photoshop is real funny about color. As a matter of fact, it's one of the programs that's going to help you to manage color better than any other program in the world. But if one file, like say it's saved as RGB and the other one is saved as Adobe RGB, they're both red, green, blue profiles, but because they are slightly different, it's going to say, hey, wait a minute, something's up here. Which one do you want to override the other? Right. So if you see anything like that, just go ahead and either ignore it or you can choose, like the sRGB is the option that I typically choose. But just don't let that stop you from going forward. But I'm glad that you pulled that up because other people probably saw that too and did not know what to do. Okay. So thank you. So you can go ahead and change your color up. You want to go ahead and change it now?
I can.
Yeah. So, you got to double click on this one right here. Yep, you got it. And then choose your pink. Yep, you got it. Ooh, this is going to look so good. Okay, so what I want you all to do with this information, and I'm going to put this in the Academy just as a reminder. I'm going to put the little spiel that I said about sublimation. Sublimation is a premium print process. It'll never crack, peel, or fade. It'll last a lifetime. I'll put that little line of text in there. And then the other thing that I'm going to put in there is all the places where you could take this one ad. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to go over it live right now just to make sure that we're all on the same page and that I don't miss a beat. So as a matter of fact, you all tell me, y'all know more about this than me. Tell me in the chat, where could we post this? I'll say Facebook is one. And not just regular Facebook. So you have Facebook, you have your personal page, you have Facebook, you have your business page. And if you don't have a business page for Facebook, then I need you to get onto that. You have Facebook groups, right? So maybe your Facebook groups, you don't put that certain ad text. You take off the ad text and you say, oh, look what I worked on today. What do you think? Right? And then you're still going to get a response to that. Then people are going to be like, oh, dang, you make that? How you do that? Then you have an opportunity to sell affiliate links to the template if you want to. It's not necessary, but I have had people have done very, very well. They get 50% commission, 50% commission on when someone else signs up for the Academy. You get that in perpetuity. So if they sign up for a $50 membership, $25 of that is yours in perpetuity as long as they stay a member. So just saying, there's those opportunities. Or maybe you're posting in a group that doesn't do sublimation. Like maybe you're posting in a silhouette group or a cricket group, and they're like, oh my gosh, like how do you even make that? Oh, that's sublimation. I can make your sublimation shirts for you if you like. Now you have a partnership where they're going to stick to the vinyl, and then you have somebody that can do vinyl if needed, and they have somebody that can do sublimation for them. Okay, so I want y'all to think of all these different places. Yes, TikTok. Yes, Etsy. Yes, Shopify. Yes, Amazon. Yes, eBay. We haven't even been talking about eBay. And Facebook Market. Yep, you should definitely be doing Facebook Marketplace. Absolutely. Yes, Nikita says your reels, your stories, your feed. Those are 3 different places just on one platform, right? That's just Instagram. You also have stories and feed and all of those different things just for Facebook. Right? This is just, like I said, the tip of the iceberg. This is just the tip of the iceberg, but this is what we need to break down in order to know it's not that hard. It is easy, right? It's easy. And yes, I can get results. Yes, and yes, I can do this. Okay. It's easy. It works. And I can do this. Okay. I need y'all to say this. It's easy. It works. I can do this. It's easy. It works. I can do this. Now, have we not dispelled some of that fear or that pain that comes with us thinking that we can't do Photoshop, or that it's going to take forever to do somebody's design? We literally have a 5-minute template, a 1-minute mock-up, and something that you can put out to a customer in record time now with very, very minimal effort. Y'all tell me something. Now tell me if I'm lying. Tell me if I'm lying. Y'all got this. You got this. So listen, we're done for tonight. I didn't want to keep y'all too late, but what I'm posting a link right now. This link is for the, if anyone is interested in the Inner Circle membership. I'm going to talk some more about it tomorrow. Well, I'm going to talk about it tomorrow. Okay. Talk about what the Inner Circle membership is. I just want to see if anyone is actually interested in it. It's a premium mentorship program. Okay. The same one I was telling you about that that I did for Miss Millionaire Tiffany for 5K. It is now a 10K program, but I will tell y'all about it more later. I just want to see who's actually interested in that type of mentorship. So please fill out that link. And then what I'm going to do a special meeting for those who are interested in that. We're going to do a special meeting this weekend. Okay. Do a special meeting this weekend. And what I'm going to do is we'll have our own roundtable. We'll talk about some of the things that you want to see in growing and scaling your business. One of those things is some of y'all actually want to create your own academy. Like, hey, I love doing this and I want to teach this. So my objective would be to help you become your own instructor and help you develop your own community, or even teach inside of this community. Okay. Oh, Moto G says, thank you, Dr. Shannon. I have learned so much and my confidence has been lifted up. That's all we need. That confidence is key, is true. A little bit of confidence can make you feel like you can conquer anything. And that's all I've ever aimed to do. Just help you get a little bit of confidence in something that you thought was hard. And man, the rest is done. The rest is easy. Okay. Oh, that's Pam. All right, Pam, cousin Pam. You're welcome. You're welcome. Kendra says, yes, thank you. You've definitely helped reignite my passion for this. Awesome, Kendra. I love to hear that. I love to hear that, because I don't want this to be something that turns y'all off. I don't want this to be something that you put up on a shelf. Some of you have been paying for Photoshop I had someone that said they were paying for Photoshop for 2 years, a monthly subscription for 2 years, and never opened it. And I want y'all to know that this is not the hard part. The hard part is staying consistent, staying motivated, even though it feels like something's not necessarily moving. Because the thing about it is, if you stay consistent, that consistency will replace that motivation, and that consistency will override whatever it is that you're struggling with any and every day. The Photoshop link, it is actually, I can pull it up. Let me do that, my love. Let me find my little Photoshop link. I'll post that. Let me grab, where is Photoshop? Control F. Photoshop. Here it is. Copy that, and I'm pasting it right here. So Photoshop is, don't let them trick you into getting that one that's $20 a month. All it is it has like a extra amount of storage space that you're never going to use, and it's never going to be enough anyway. So this one is $9.99 a month, and you can put it onto 2 computers. Okay. So if you have a desktop and a laptop, or let's say you have 2 different computers that you toggle between, then this subscription will allow you to put it on 2 devices at the same time. Okay. And if you happen to have like a 3rd device, it'll make you log out of one of the other ones while you're using those 2 licenses. So you can put it on as many computers as you want. You can only actively use it on 2 computers. Okay. All right, you're welcome. You're welcome. At this time, I think we're done with class. What I will advise you to do is go back to your module tomorrow. And actually, you know what? This is what I want y'all to do. I need y'all to do this. I need you to step out of your comfort zone. Is that all right if I ask you to step out of your comfort zone? I need you to record a video and put it inside of the Innate Creatives group. Okay. You can go live if you want to go live. I think Erica has to give you permission, but you can at least record a video and post it. She can let it be available. I want you to go live and I want you to talk about your experience with this challenge and show your work. Okay. If you could show your work on, like, you could take the phone and turn it around, show your work. I want you to get used to bragging on what it is that you do, talking about what it is that you do. And then that will encourage other people who thought they were afraid of Photoshop. That will encourage them to come out of their shell and also get into this Photoshop. If you do that, I'll have something special for everyone, not just pick somebody. I'll have something special for everyone that completes that task. Okay. Tamika. Okay, love. Well, I'm wishing you all the best, my love. See, whatever we're doing tomorrow, we're doing finance. We're just talking about finance tomorrow. So we are done with the Photoshop part. We're talking about business funding and finances tomorrow. So we're going to just do that tomorrow live on, of course, on this platform. Okay. I'm glad you asked that, Latanya. Video is due tonight. It needs to be posted tonight. We got to get used to, like Daddy used to tell me, do it now. Listen, if it takes, this is something I want y'all to think about. This is something that one of my mentors teaches as well. If it takes 2 minutes or less to get it done, do it now. Can you imagine if all the tasks that you keep like revisiting on your task list that take less than 2 minutes, you have thought about, your memory has accessed that task, that action item 20 times, and it only took 2 minutes. So really and truly, you spent 40 minutes thinking about something that only took 2 minutes to do. I'm asking you to post a 15-20-second video. That's it. Hey, my name is Dr. Shannon. Y'all, I'm telling you, I was scared of Photoshop, but look at what I did today. Boom. Hey, no longer afraid of Photoshop. If you haven't done the challenge yet, get into this challenge, please. Boom. That's it. That's it. Do something like that. Post it in the Innate Creatives Facebook group. Okay. And then I want you to make sure that you tag me so I know that is posted. And I have a special surprise for everyone that does that. Okay. I can't tell you what it is because then that would be your motivator. I want your motivator to be that you're proud of yourself and that I'm not bribing you to make I'm not tying your hands up and making you do a testimonial for me. Okay. I want it to be what you want to do. Okay. Sandy, this is actually, it's going to be on YouTube, love. So it'll be on YouTube. It's already on YouTube. The only thing that's going to disappear now, you will understand that this challenge, 48 hours after the last day of the challenge, all of the content in that module will disappear. It's to make sure that you do it, you download what you're supposed to download and you do what you're supposed to do in the moment. Okay. All right. So make sure that you got everything that you needed download, that you caught up on all of your videos, because 48 hours after the last day of the challenge content from the course will disappear. Okay. Yes, unfortunately, if you did not do the save dance, Latanya, you will have to recreate that work, unfortunately. Okay. Anyone that has questions about the mentorship program, or if you want to stick around for a little bit, I can stick around for maybe like 20 more minutes if you all want to ask about the mentorship and possibly tell me some things that you want to see and you want to get out of a mentorship. I'm willing to stick around for a few minutes if you all want to discuss that. So then that way I know what you all want to talk about tomorrow when we talk about the mentorship program. Okay. All right. All right. So you all are free to go ahead and log off tonight. If you want to stick around and talk about the mentorship, I'll be on here, like I said, for about 15-20 minutes and answer any questions about that. Okay. Outside of that, I'm super proud of you all. Get you some rest. And yes, I will catch y'all tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about business funding, business credit. You don't want to miss that either. That has nothing to do with Photoshop, but I guarantee you it's going to have something to do with growing your business. Okay. All right, my loves. Good night. Good night. Good night. Katina, I don't even control that anymore. I have people in place to do the orders. What time tonight? By I guess my time would be, it's already late. So go ahead and do it now. 11:59 Eastern Standard Time. So by midnight, it'll be a new day. So let's get it in before midnight. Good question, LaTanya. You ask great questions. Nikita, I see your hand raised, love. Is there something you need, or did I overlook that earlier?
Yes, I had a question. Do you have a video about color profiles? Because my color seems to be off when I'm printing.
What printer are you using?
F570.
So the F570, are you using the software that comes with the F570? I forget what the name of it. I'm sitting here looking at the F570 now.
The Epson print something edge or whatever.
It's Epson.
Yeah, I don't
edge.
use it. I use Square and.
Okay, so Chrissy,
Yeah,
now what I would do you print from Photoshop or you print from Silhouette?
For the F570.
Yeah.
For the F570, I use the Epson Edge software because it does the ripping and the color profiles are already set in the software.
Okay, so that's the answer I hear mostly. I have actually printed from Photoshop to the F570 and it did well. It did really well. But
I've printed from Photoshop with my F570 too.
Yeah.
And I did not have to, there's that the same Epson profile for the like for the 16650 and the 16600. It's the same setting that I forget what the choice. I have to pull it up and look.
If you put, it's the one that says Epson ink. It says Epson IJ07. That profile works really well, and that just means that it's a regular Epson inkjet printer. It works. That's the generic one that works for almost all of the Epson printers. Teresa's saying she has an F570 and print straight from Photoshop. And she said she had horrible colors from Silhouette. And this is what I'm telling you in general. If you don't use Photoshop for anything else but color management, your life will be a whole lot easier. When you're designing, whatever you see on the screen, most printers are really going to work well with Photoshop because Photoshop has built-in color management system, right? Most other programs don't have that built in. So you need something like a RIP software. And that's what the Epson Edge is. It's essentially a RIP software that can identify what's on the screen and basically code that so that the printer knows what to produce. So if you don't use Photoshop for anything else but printing, I would use it for that at the minimum.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. You're welcome. All right. Anyone else have any questions? All right. Well, y'all go ahead and get your video uploaded because y'all don't want to miss out. Y'all don't want to miss out on what I have for you once you post your video. And I don't want to say it out loud because I'm going to get in trouble with E. I love y'all.
What did you say to post in our video?
What happened? What? I thought you was asleep.
What did you say to post in our video?
Oh, what? I thought that was Eric. I thought that was Erica catching me. Never mind. Okay, all you have to do is talk about your experience. Let it be real, let it be true. Your experience in this challenge, and show off what you did. So you could be on your thing doing a selfie style video, saying, hey, this is my take on the challenge, and boom, this is what I did. And then that way you're doing a live video, or you're doing a video, putting yourself out there, putting your work out there, and then you're also showing off what you're doing. Okay, so you do that for me, and I got a little special surprise that I can't tell y'all about till I actually give it away. All right, so y'all have a great night, and I will see y'all tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Last day, let's get it. Come on, let's turn this energy up, because we talk about money tomorrow. Good night, my loves.
Thank you, Shannon.
Oh, you are welcome. You're absolutely welcome.
But I do feel like I'm at
Go ahead, love.
Yeah, I have to play catch up because I had issues with Photoshop. I had to change computers just at my office. I'm at my office tonight, and I'm not usually here.
You know what? This is a good wake up call too, because for you to start doing this level of graphics, if Photoshop is kind of giving you issues now, then at least before you get into having a big job and your computer just crashes on you. Because that has been the case before. So at least you're understanding the limitations, and you can either upgrade your computer, or sometimes people have to get all new computers to be able to do this level of graphics.
Well, I had Adobe Cloud, and then I got rid of Adobe Cloud. It kept trying to log in. On that old one, so I had to get my new laptop in order for me to go put Photoshop on it. So that's what my issue was. And I didn't do that till right before class. So I have some catching up to do. So I won't be able to do the video. So I hope I'm not
and the videos
whatever it is you're giving.
So the videos are up on YouTube. Go ahead and let me know too if you had to go back and do something. Here's the thing, even if, and this is where I used to cheat myself out of my blessings, because I would think, oh man, because I didn't meet this, I'm not even going to do it. Right. Or like, because I had a bad day, like because I ate something I wasn't supposed to eat today, I'm going to cheat on the diet all day. Like that's like sometimes how we feel about stuff, but you'll be surprised at what happens when you just still do it regardless, because then you did it for the right reasons. You did it for you. Right? Yes. So do that. And that's a little hint, but do that. And then make sure that you still tag me, okay?
I will.
All right, my love. You're welcome. You're welcome. Y'all have a good night.
On the Facebook, do you want us to put it on the creative Facebook sublimation, DTG, cutting, sewing, that page? Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Look at y'all. Y'all clarifying. Y'all making sure y'all get the rules right. I love it. I'm excited. Yeah, we got one more good day of this, and then we're gonna get a little rest. No, because I got a bonus day for y'all. Bonus day. So we'll talk about the bonus day tomorrow. All right. So y'all get y'all some rest.